Hey everybody, happy Aloha Friday. What a beautiful day it is today. Maile Masada again from the Oski Rice Event Center, and we're just gonna continue with our podcast series. Today we are featuring the talent and skills of Maui's very own Noah Foti. How are you, Noah?
Good, thanks for having me.
So Noah, tell us a little bit about you, how you kind of got started in rodeo.
Oh, well, born and raised in Makawao and, in Hawaii. Oski Rice has pretty much been my backyard growing up. So that's where it really started for me. And I was lucky enough to do, pretty good, mostly riding bulls. And that ended up taking me around the country and met a lot of great people and hope to still keep riding a little bit. But overall, it's been a blessing, and it's pretty hopeful to see where rodeo is headed in Maui. And this is a great event that's coming every year. It's been a great event. It's just been getting bigger and bigger, and with all that added money in there's a lot of incentive for some really good athletes to be coming out. I mean, it's like every year there's more and more guys coming from the mainland, which is great for us. It gives good for the community to see that level of competition. There's some such amazing animal athletes too. RS Bucking Bulls, Rory Souza. He's got a great breeding program that he's been creating, and that goes back to a lot of local genetics. But he gets in with G Livestock on Oahu, and they've been being bucking bulls for generations, and they've had bulls go to the NFR and PBR World Finals multiple times. That he's also got genetics that come from Damian Flores on South Point Buckers on Big Island, and they've had bulls go to the finals too. And then he's also been doing a lot of his own breeding and stuff. So there's a lot to look forward to and a lot to see, and it's a blessing that we have such good animals. Not to mention all the bucking horses that Ken's been raising as well. So, yeah, lots of exciting stuff.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you mentioned, quite some iconic people in the industry. Rory Souza, RS Bucking Bulls, is one of them. We're going to be featuring the bulls coming out here soon. We've also been chatting with some of our rodeo royalties, like Rob Smets. I know you know Rob from working here with him locally, as well as the history that he's brought to the rodeo arena. Another local boy that we've talked to is Kaipo Stevens and Judd Napier. They play a big
Yeah.
part in what's happening in the rodeo and what helps you guys as contestants, get to the safe zones and whatnot. What are some of the
Oh yeah.
rules, Noah, that you know of that you think add a special part to the 4th of July Makawao Stampede?
Oh, well, shoot. Yeah, you mentioned a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, Rob is a legend. And it's a blessing to have such good bullfighters in the ring with us. I mean, it sure does make it a whole lot easier when you're not, fending for yourself as much, and just feel a little bit safer. Also, yeah, like you said, great bucking bulls. Where he's got a pile of good ones. So some of those young ones he got, I can't remember all the names of them, but like, you know, Akubone and Watermelon Moonshine, they'll be kicking the lights out for sure. So yeah, this it just a real exciting jam-packed weekend for sure. It's gonna be a good one. Don't
Nice.
want to miss it. I mean, as far as being a bull rider, I mean, I can't see any reason why you wouldn't want to be part of this, just because there's I mean, there, like you said, great bullfighters, great bulls, great event fans. I mean, you're in Maui, and there's a bunch of money on the line, and there's a lot of just good incentive. So I mean, whether you're a fan or a contestant, I mean, things are just shaping up to be a good one.
Right, right. Yeah. Noah mentioned added money. So, we as the producers, we, try to sweeten the pot for the contestants, definitely by adding additional winnings to the bull riders in particular. We also have just a great lineup of activity and entertainment. Noah, we're going to be celebrating the ranch's 110th birthday this year. We're also celebrating 250 years for the United States. And on Sunday, we'll be highlighting the 100th birthday of Pukalani Superette and 150 years for Budweiser. So quite an iconic year to be a part of the 4th of July Makawao 2026. Um, let's talk about a little bit on what you do outside of the arena. You know, here you are trying to carve your spot in the rodeo world. Share a little bit about what you're doing with Rowdy Outdoors.
Yeah, so we got Rowdy Outdoors. We got a couple of things going on. We have Rowdy Outdoors, and that's we make hunting camouflage primarily. Innovative outdoor gear is the name of the game for us, you know, and hunting gear is kind of the pinnacle for that. So it starts with hunting gear, and then we hope to start expanding into some more like ocean gear, but that comes to all the different layers of merino wool to base layers to rain gear and hunting pants and things like that. We're coming out. We have some like vinyl harnesses and eventually some hunting packs are going to come out with. But everything we do is just based on what we want for the community and what, you know, we're just trying our best to do something good and come out with stuff that we're proud of and give the community something to be proud of too. And then, you know, that's why. But we have the nonprofit, and I really liking working with that too.
Nice, nice. I went to your website and I see, you know, you do some specialty customized stuff. So for, you know, anybody looking for customized belts, go to Noah's website. He has some there. I also saw, you know, you can get some of those trucker hats that you see all around the island. And in fact, I've even seen some in the continental US when I was at the NFR this year. Saw some of your swag up there, which is awesome to see. Here we got this little local boy on Maui starting, and his stuff is carrying over to the continental US at the biggest, you know, most electrifying rodeo in the world, which is the NFR in December. So that was pretty cool to see your stuff there.
Just to clarify, we have Rowdy handcrafted as well. So that's where we have all our leather shops, so our leather stuff. So we have a leather shop on Maui, and there's a little group of us. My main partner, William Dumlau, he's been doing most of our leather work, but we have our own Rowdy leather shop down at our rodeo arena, which is where we primarily home base our nonprofit Rowdy Rodeo out of, and that's you know, I think what you're getting to.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Noah's playing a big part in shaping the future of bull riders. He's starting his own little operation. I know he did a clinic this year, just a couple months ago, in fact. And I heard that was really successful. So that's really important because as we build culture and continue Panolo heritage and traditions, if we don't have somebody like yourself teaching the next generation, it's really going to die. And it's really important that you're stepping up to the plate and taking that lead. I know, you know, bullfighters and bull riders add a big part to any rodeo event. So having somebody like you who's been in there in that arena, who's been down, you know, the road of a bull rider and has had that opportunity to get exposed to what continental US offers, but bringing it home here, two thumbs up to you, guy. Like that's awesome to see.
It's really the community. We're so blessed. I'm blessed to have such an amazing board of directors and just so much good people surrounding us that's really making this happen. Because I mean, it's a lot to talk about, but I can't take credit for it because we got so much good people that are putting into this deal. I mean, we got an amazing facility we've been building out of mostly just donated material. We got, you know, people been dropping off pipes, you know, T-posts, whatever it is, and we built a pretty amazing corral, some bucking chutes. We got a fantastic rodeo arena that we're still building. We've been working on it for 3 years now, but overall, it's not just about rough stock for us. We're just trying to promote agriculture in Hawaii, and sustainability and really give the youth the opportunity to be surrounded by good people and give them the opportunity to be a part of something that for me made all the difference in my life. You know, rodeo gave me the opportunity to be surrounded by just good people that, you know, good role models, that people all just working towards doing good stuff for each other and ultimately, you know, just the community. And but you know, I push real hard for the rough stock because with the rough stock you don't need pastures, you don't need animals, you don't need parents, you don't need all you gotta show up to the rodeos with your gear bag, and you have just as much opportunity as any of the other contestants, and that can eventually you do high school rodeo and stuff. That'll take you to college. You can get full ride scholarships. There's just a world of opportunity with rodeo and raising livestock and bringing more value to the land. And the more best way to do that, as far as I know, is to bring more value to the animals. Give the people a reason to keep the land instead of developing it and you know.
Awesome. Some great points, Noah. Like so spot on. Diversifying agriculture, educating our youth to the importance of understanding great land stewardship and all of that. Those are you know, just important factors that, we have to continue to perpetuate, or else it just doesn't work, right? Everything has to have a circle. And it's really important that our youth understand, the work and the commitment and the support group that is needed to make things like that happen. So I know you're super busy,
Mhm.
Noah, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today. But as we close up this little session, what's something that we can look forward to in hopefully the next couple weeks? I think we're about 3 weeks away till, rodeo day. Are you entering up this year? Is that something that we can plan on seeing?
No, I'm not gonna commit. I guess you just have to show up and get surprised.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
so,
That'll
I
be a
mean,
great thing, and hopefully we
uh,
do. Noah
yeah,
did win our 2025 Oskar Rice Memorial Rodeo Buckle. Did an amazing run there. I don't know. We got to keep our fingers crossed and hope that Noah makes his great appearance. It's always awesome to see you out there, Noah, and we really thank you for everything that you bring to our community. Hopefully, we'll see your merch out here too. But if not, we know we can count on you being here, right? You're gonna be at the show that weekend, right?
don't have a choice. We got a booth there, so we'll be running that booth, and yeah, maybe I'll step aside and get on a few. We'll
Nice,
see.
nice. Okay, Noah, you have a great Friday. Mahalo for coming on, and we really appreciate you. Keep up the great work, and we'll see you around town.
Okay, aloha. Thank you
Have a
guys
great
for
day.
having me.